One of the keys to managing anxiety is knowing your tells, your triggers, and your glimmers. Knowing these can help you catch anxiety sooner and take helpful steps earlier. So let's start with tells. A tell is your personal indicator that your anxiety has been triggered. In other words, how you can tell you're anxious. This can show up in your thought patterns, in the way that you feel physically or emotionally. It can show up in your actions, your decisions, and the way you interact with others. When you know this about yourself, you can tell that you're anxious and pause and ask yourself, what was my trigger and where's my glimmer? So, what are those? A trigger is a cue to your body that you're in danger, and a glimmer is exactly the opposite, a cue that you're safe. So, things like places, settings, situations, environmental factors, something that somebody says or does, some expectation placed on you, or upcoming events can all be examples of triggers. Of course, our own thoughts, physical sensations, emotions, actions, and physical well being, things like being hungry or thirsty, can also be triggers for anxiety. Knowing your triggers can help you prevent, cope with, and manage anxiety by helping you take care of those triggers that are within your control and doing something grounding or using your coping skills in those situations that aren't within your control. Of course, the goal isn't to avoid all triggers. First, that's impossible. But this also can reinforce anxiety and it makes our world a whole lot smaller. Really, the goal is to just begin to be more mindful about our anxiety. Now, this leads us to glimmers. What are those? Those are anything in your environment, anything that you feel or experience that gives you that little sense of ease or peace, relaxation, that makes you feel like, I'm okay, things are going to be okay, it's safe to relax. It can be something as simple as seeing the sun streaming through the window, hearing a wind chime. It can be the sound of your friend's laughter, a favorite song, a favorite meal. Basically, anything that gives you that little sense of well being. When you're anxious, you can use your glimmers to walk yourself out of fight, flight, or freeze a little at a time. You can also incorporate brief glimmer breaks into your day or include glimmers into your daily self care routine. So here's your action step for today. Name at least one tell, one trigger, and one glimmer that you want to be more mindful of. And sometime in the next 24 hours, give yourself a brief glimmer break.